Hello everyone, this is Prithviraj and welcome to the new session. Today we are going to discuss about one sorting technique called as a selection sort because this is one of the uh, better sorting technique even compared to the bubble sort. Both are having equal time complexities, but even selection sort is one of the better sorting technique. Before Uh, doing this, let us first understand what it means by sorting. We know that sorting is nothing but uh, just arranging the elements in a particular order. So, as per the definition, you can say that sorting means arranging the elements in either ascending or descending order. So, the selection algorithm that sorts an array by repeatedly finding the minimum element from the unsorted subarray and adding that at the beginning of the sorted subarray. So we'll get two divisions here. One is a sorted part and another is a unsorted part. So let us go in depth. We'll see the steps how this selection sort works. In the first step, we have to start with the first element. Consider that as a minimum position. Then in the next stage, we have to find the minimum element from the second position. That means from the remaining elements, we have to find one element as a minimum element, and then we have to swap that element with the first chosen element. Again, from the unsorted list, once again we have to start from its first position. Then we have to find the remaining. We have to find a minimum element from the remaining elements, and again we have to swap that minimum element with the first chosen element. Okay, so this process, I mean, we have to repeat this process until all the elements get sorted. This is how we have to perform the selection sort method. But let us understand again in depth by taking some examples. Before going to the examples or before going to the tracing part, first, let us see the code snippet or just a function part, how it is written. So this is the part of the program, or we can say that this is itself is a code segment. So in the outermost loop, it starts from 0 and till n minus 2, because in the outermost iteration, we have to start from the first element till n minus 2 element. So that is why it is mentioned as I less than n minus 1. Then minimum min is equal to I. That indicates that the first element, because I value is initially 0, that is chosen as minimum position. And in the inner loop, that starts from the next element position. That is why j is taken as I plus 1. And that loop that continues up to n minus 1th position. Okay, so it is j less than n. Then each time we have to compare the jth element with the minimum element that we have already taken, because that is not a initial minimum element, because the first element you have chosen as a minimum. So we have to compare that, and in that comparison, if we found that jth element is less than that of a minimum element, then we can replace the position of min as j. So this we have to keep on repeating uh, until n minus 1th position. Then after that, we'll find one element as a minimum. Then in the remaining last three statements, that is for swapping purpose, we are using a temporary variable to swap the element. So a of ith element is swapped with the a of minimum element. So this is how we can write the part of the function of selection sort. Let us apply the, it should be selection sort, sorry, technique for the following elements to arrange them in the ascending order. So the elements are given here 11, 6, 20, 2, and 1. So here is our code, and we have taken that elements in one separate array. So array index start from 0 till fourth index. Now initially I value is equal to 0 and min is equal to 0. So as per the code snippet, I'm going through the code. So min is equal to 0. Now inner j loop is going to start. Now initially j is equal to 1 because the initial value of j is I plus 1. So 0 plus 1 is 1. Then we are comparing a of j with the a of min. That is a of 1 is compared with a of 0. That is 6 less than 11. Now this is true. So the minimum position is changed to 1 because previously minimum position was 0. Now after this comparison, minimum position is changed to 1. Again, inner loop that repeats. Now j will be incremented by 1. Again, j equal to 2. Again, we are comparing a of 2 with the a of 1. So a of j is nothing but a of 2 and a of min. Now min value got changed in the previous iteration. Now the min value is 1. So a of 2 is compared with a of 1. That is 20 less than 6. Now in this case, this is false. So min value that won't get changed. Okay, that will be 1 only. Again, j equal to 3. Now I'm comparing a of 3 with the a of 1. Okay, I hope you are getting a of j is nothing but a of 3 and min value is 1 only still. So a of 3 is compared with a of 1. That is 2 is compared with the 6. Now this condition is true. 2 is less than 6. So min is equal to 3. Okay, so now min position got changed to 3. That indicates that at third position we found one more minimum element. Okay, again j incremented, j is equal to 4 now. So a of 4 is compared with the a of 3. Now 3 is the minimum position that we found in the previous iteration. 1 is compared with the 2. Again, this condition is true. So min value that got changed, that means we found one more new position for the minimum value, that is minimum is equal to 4. So minimum equal to 4 indicates that among the remaining elements, that is according to in our array, 6, 20, 2 and 1, among those elements, 1 is the minimum most element that is found at position 4. So hence, we found the minimum position as 4. Now, we can swap the first initially chosen element with the minimum element. Okay, now we can say that if I increment the j loop, now j becomes 5, so automatically the loop will terminate. And then it goes to the last remaining three statements. Temp is equal to a of 0. That means I'll store a of 0 in a temporary variable and I'll take a of 4 and that I'll store it in a of 0. Then whatever I kept in the temp, that I'll be assigning to a of 4. Okay, so that means I'm swapping the elements. So here 11 is swapped with 1. Okay, so this is one iteration after the end of that inner j loop. Okay, so that we found only for I equal to 0. Now we have to repeat this process for I is equal to 1, I is equal to 2, and I is equal to 3. Okay, so till this value we have to repeat the same process. Okay, now that colored part that indicates that it is a sorted part. Okay, so 1 is in a sorted position and remaining part are called as a unsorted part. So from the unsorted part, again I'm choosing the first element. So from there, again the remaining element, among the remaining element, I have to find the minimum most element. Okay, so this is how the process. Okay, that continues. Now I will be incremented by 1. I value is equal to 1. And again we start with the minimum value. Okay, so now the outer loop is repeating, so obviously the min value that is initialized with the value of I. Okay, so that is 1. And in the inner loop, j value that starts from the next position of I. So the ith position is 1. So obviously j starts from 2. Then it checks the condition a of j is compared with the a of min. So a of 2 is compared with the a of 1. That is 20 is less than a of 1. That is 6. So in this case, the condition is false. So min value won't get changed. So that remains min equal to 1 only. Next, j is equal to 3. A of 3 is compared with a of 1. Now in this case, 2 is less than 6. Now this is true. So min position that got changed to 3. Okay, so min value is now 3. J is equal to 4. A of 4 is compared with the A of 3. 11 is compared with the 2. 11 less than 2 is false. So min value remains 3 only. After increment j equal to 5, automatically the inner loop will terminate. And finally, we have to swap the value with the A of 1 and A of 3. Okay, so A of 1 is swapped with A of 3. And that colored part, we say that this is a sorted part. So 1 and 2 has got its position in a sorted array. Okay, so again, we have to uh, take the remaining element from the unsorted part. So I will be incremented by 1. Now I equal to 2. So min value is equal to 2 only. Okay, so that process repeats now. Again, j equal to I plus 1, that is 3. So A of 3 is compared with A of 2. 6 is less than 20, true. So min value is changed to, sorry, this should be 3, not 6. Min value is 3 now. Okay, yeah. Min value is 3. Then J is equal to 4. A of 4 is compared with the A of 3 now, and 11 is less than 6. Again, this condition is false. So min value is equal to 3 only. Okay, so that remains 3 only. Next, after incrementing j loop, j is equal to 5. The inner loop will terminate. Next, that element will get swapped. The a of 2 is swapped with the a of 3. That is 20 is swapped with 6. And 6 has got its position. Now 1, 2, 6 are in the sorted part and remaining elements are in the unsorted part. Again, I am incrementing the I loop. I is equal to 3. So min is equal to 3 now, and j that starts from 4. Now I am comparing a of 4th element with the minimum element. So a of 4 compared with a of 3, 11 less than 20. Now this is true. So min value, that position is 4. 11th position is 4. So min value, change it to 4 now. And after incrementing j value, loop terminates. And here we are comparing a of 3 with the a of 4. So 20 is swapped with the 11. And we got the uh, position for 11. Okay, so all are in the sorted part. Next, I is equal to 4, but as per the outer loop, I value should be less than n minus 1. So in that case, 4 less than 4. Now this is false, so I loop will terminate. And after terminating I loop, finally we are printing the sorted array values. So we are taking one message, the sorted values are, and we have to use for loop that starts from 0 till the n minus 1 value, and just printing the value using a of I. And after printing, you get the element like 1, 2, 6, 11, and 20. Now you can observe that all the elements are in a sorted order. Okay, so now this is in a ascending order. This is how the selection sort works. Here is a work for you. You can trace the following array elements. Apply the selection sort for these following array elements. 45, 12, 18, 6, 3, and 10. And we have to uh, perform the selection sort method so that you have to sort the array elements. Thank you.